Hello guys, welcome to Solving Solutions, your number one channel where you get solutions to all your solving problems. It's nice having you in class again today. How have you been? Um, we are going to show you something today on how to move your data from Excel to Google Earth. The essence of today's video is for you to be able to, would I say, geo visualize your data. Let's say you went to site and maybe someone gave you data, or maybe you didn't went to site to acquire the data, someone gave you data, and then you you are trying to process the data, and then along the line you want to confirm if the position of the data is actually, let's say if the data is actually in the actual location. Let me use that word. If the data is in the actual location, and then you want to add some other features, maybe knowing where the vicinity is, so you can add more features to the data, or maybe you can do some other stuff, just that you want to know the position of the data on Google Earth. So instead of maybe typing them one after the other on the search panel, or maybe using the place mark, you can have your data as you can see them on Excel in the longitude, latitude, and if you have an altitude value and the description. So you now do what? You now import it to Google Earth, and then on Google Earth you can now see, that's what we say, you can now geo visualize your data. You can now see the location of your data, and then you can do some other stuff with it as they appear on Google Earth. So this particular data we are using was the data we got from Google Earth as well, on one of our videos where we were trying to get, where we showed you how to get contour from, like contour map, or maybe DEM from Google Earth. So we got this from using the path. So we want to move it again from Excel to what? To Google Earth. So the first thing is that it is arranged this way: the longitude, latitude, the altitude, and the description. So I don't know the, would I say, the format, or no, not format. I don't know the setting or the pattern, or how you'd want to format your data in terms of arranging it. But for this video, we've arranged it this way: the longitude, latitude, the altitude, and the what, and description. Now the next thing is for us to save it as a what? As a CSV file. So you just come here and you do what? You save as a CSV file. Now most of the times we always talk about working on a what? On a folder. So we are working on this Excel to Earth. Now let's call this data, let's say underscore one. Let's call it data underscore one, and then the type is CSV, as we said earlier. So we now do what? We now save it. So okay, yeah, so save the data. Now the next thing for us to do is now to access what? Google Earth. So we are on Google Earth now. So we want to do what? We want to import that CSV data we've saved to Google Earth, so we can now see the geographic location of those points. So you come to File, and then you go to what? Import. Good. Now this is the folder we are working on, Excel to Earth. Now the file we saved, data underscore one. So you just do what? You open it and you follow the prompt. Okay, the file type is delimited, comma delimited, and then the preview of data in your data set. So it's actually okay. The next is just click on what? Click on next, and then okay, we are not bringing in street addresses. We are bringing in locational addresses like latitude and longitude. So the fields are well selected: latitude and what? And longitude, as the case may be. So I think you can still see the preview of your data. We go to next. Now the field and the type, they are auto selected. So we now do what? We finish. So they say them, do you want to apply a style template to the features you ingested? Yes. Now these settings, yeah, most of the times I used to talk to people I'm working with that it's your own choice. Now you can decide to do what you want to do with it, different from what we did on this video. But the most important thing is that If you don't want to do anything on it, you can still move on. Now let's say the name, set a field for name. Let's use the word, the description. We'll use the description for this because that's the field, the name of maybe each of those longitude and latitude. Then the color we want to use is not use random colors. Let's use let's say red. Let's use red for the for the point. And then the icon, let's use okay, let's use, should we use coffee icon? No, let's use, I'm just playing around with it. I don't even know which of the icons to use, but oh, you need to be decisive, bro. Okay, let's use this. Let's use that. Then the height, just clamp features to ground. So this selection we just did on the template, it's not really like, it's a choice. You just have to make your own choice. Okay. We need to save the template we have actually designed or created into a folder. By default, it will take you to the Google Earth folder, but we want to save it on the folder we are working on. So let's still just come to this folder, data underscore one underscore, let's call it template, right? Let's just do that. So we say what? We say save. Good. Now it's trying to navigate to the point we have, what the data set we have imported is trying to navigate to that point. Now you can see it's like a folder here on the place panel. So what we need to do is just to put it on or put it off. So you can see now it was off, so you just put it on or you put it on, and you see the description. So with this now you can know that okay, we walked around this area. You can zoom in to maybe get the state or the region or whatever the case is, to know wherever the place is, and then you confirm if the data you've actually imported is what, if it is correct, or maybe if it is within the location you have worked on. I don't know if you understand. So now you can just start selecting each of the points, and then you will see the description of what, like the information on each of those points. You will still have to maybe expand this, and then you now see the total number of data you've brought in, or the data set you've actually imported to Google Earth. So if you click on any of them, it will just take you to wherever the point is, and then you will locate wherever those points are. So if you want to put them off each of those points, you just put them off, you put them on, as the case may be. So with this now, you can be able to maybe still get a part out of it, and then maybe get a polygon or do any other stuff you want to do with it. But the most important thing is that you've done what? You've imported it to Google Earth, and you've been able to visualize, the data set you are working on, and you've been able to, let's say, confirm, yes, you've been able to validate that, yes, it's actually within your area of interest. Now, upon doing this, maybe you want to send this data to someone else as a KML file, as it is like this now. If you want to send to someone else as a KML file, you just right click on the data, and then you come to what, save place as. Save place as, just click on it, and then we are still on the folder we are working on. So let's just call this data underscore one underscore, let's call this places, or let's say place. So KML, KMZ, as the case may be, just save it. So with this now, if you send it to any person, the person can be able to access that KML file on any Google Earth package, or any software GIS package that can be able to access KML file. So yeah, thanks for coming to class. We hope we've been able to provide solution to this particular solving problem. Please, if you're coming to the channel for the first time, support us by subscribing, and thanks for always coming back if you are a returning viewer. We'll see you on the next video. Until then, keep being good at what you're doing, and have a nice time. Bye.